What's up guys, and welcome to the tutorial for the MyshCat V4 fungus farm. This farm can make you up to 1.7 million fungus per hour and uses up around 81,000 bones per hour. For the schematic, it will be in my Discord, and I will link my Discord down below in the description. Without further ado, hit that subscribe button and let's get right into it. So, the materials that you're gonna need are 24 stacks of glass, 6 stacks and 24 dirt, 3 stacks and 10 of any solid block. This cannot be glass. 3 stacks and 7 observers. 1 stack and 33 activator or powered rails. 1 stack and 32 of pistons. 1 stack and 24 chests. 1 stack and 17 redstone dust. 1 stack and 12 packed ice. 1 stack and 8 hoppers. 50 redstone repeaters. 59 fence gates, 34 note blocks, 32 crimson nylium, 32 droppers, 24 iron trapdoors, 24 redstone torches, 20 sand, 16 dispensers, 16 hopper minecarts, 14 blue eyes, 42 water buckets, 9 of any stairs. This does not have to be quartz stair, just any stair. 9 redstone comparators, 8 block of redstone, 8 sticky pistons, 4 cactus, 4 cherry leaves, or this can be any leaves, but you know, cherry leaves look the best, so yeah, any leaf, 4 crafters, 4 soul sand, 1 lever, 56 kelp, and I recommend bringing some temporary blocks, so I'll just put that temporary blocks right there. Alright, so to start off, you want to place 2 temporary blocks, like this. Place a piston on top of those, and you can break the temporary blocks now. And then you want to place 2 pistons off each side of this piston, so 1, 2, and 1, 2. Then you want to grab your dirt, place 2 dirt, 2 nylium, 2 dirt, place 1 dirt, 2 nylium, and 2 dirt. Should look like this. Then you want to fill the rest in with dirt, so like this. And do the same thing on the other side, like this. Then you want to go to this side. You want to place 3 temporary blocks, like this. And then you want to place a temporary block coming off this temporary block, so it looks like this, and break this one. It should look like this. And then you want to place some pistons, like this. And make sure there's a 1 block gap here, so it's not touching it like this. It's just a 1 block gap. And then you can break all your temporary blocks again. Now you want to grab your glass and place it like this. And you want to do this on the other side as well, so like this. Grab your solid blocks, place them behind the pistons like that, and do the same thing on this side, like this. And then you can place 2 temporary blocks like this. Go below the farm, under it, like this, and you can place your observers like this. Then make sure the faces are upward, so it should look like this. Now you just want to repeat the same thing on this side. So 2 temporary blocks, observer, 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 and make sure the faces are upwards. And don't forget to break the temporary blocks. Now you want to place some glass right here, like this. And then you want to place 5 pistons again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be a 1 block gap between, so like this. And you can place 2 more glasses like that. Then you want to grab your temporary block, and you want to place dirt, then break the temporary block. And then you want to place another dirt, and 2 crimson nylium, 3 dirt, 2 crimson nylium, and then 2 dirt. Then just fill the space in, so 2 blocks in each direction, like this. And then you want to go to this side, place a temporary block right here, and another temporary block right here. And then you want to place your pistons like this. And it should look like this. Then you can break your temporary blocks. Now you want to place some glass right here, so like this. and it should not be covering any spaces that are not already covered by glass, so it should look like this. And now you want to do this glass thing above these pistons, so like this. And do the same thing on the other side, so like this. Then you want to grab your solid blocks and place them behind the pistons again. And do the same thing on this side. Then grab your observers and place them like this, with the face going upwards. Should look like this. And do the same thing on this side, so observers, the face upwards. And if you're struggling to place them like this, you can simply just place temporary blocks like this. If I just break them to show, you can place blocks like this, and then them going up into them like this. So you can do it if you don't find it too easy to do it like I did, but yeah. And then you want to place activated rails on top of these, so like this. Well, it can be powered rails, but I recommend activated rails. So just like this. And don't worry about them pushing the dirt, doesn't really matter. And then you can place 2 glass blocks right there. It should now look like this. And now you want to place a row of temporary blocks right here. And place fence gates like this. Then break the temporary blocks. And open all the fence gates. Should look like this. Now you want to come to the side right here. And you can place a row of temporary blocks like this. And then just grab your iron trapdoors, your solid blocks, water buckets, and your glass. Place the iron trapdoor here, and in the middle here, and right here. Should look like this. One side is going to be 3 blocks between, and one side is going to be 4 blocks between. Don't worry about that, it's fine. And then you can simply break the temporary blocks like this. And under the trapdoors, place glass. And behind the trapdoors, solid blocks. Should look like this. And make sure when you're placing the trapdoors, you face this way towards the farm. Because if you face this way, it's going to open this way, and that's not going to be correct. So you want to face this way, right? And then place a temporary block right here. Solid block coming off that. And do the same thing on all the other trapdoors. Should look like this. Grab your redstone torches and place them on the back of these solid blocks like this. Should open the trapdoors, and then you just want to place some glass between the trapdoors like this, and on the sides like this. Do this on the other side as well. Should look like this. And then you can grab your water buckets and place water in these slots on all of them. And now you basically just want to repeat this step on the other side. So temporary blocks, a row right here. And then place trapdoors like this. And then you can break the temporary blocks. And place glass blocks under all the trapdoors. Place a solid block coming off the trapdoors on all of them. Then grab a temporary block and place it right here. And a solid block coming off that, and do the same thing on all of them, like this. Grab your redstone torches, place them like this. And then grab your glass and place it like this. So between trapdoors. Should look like this now. Now you can place the water inside of these slots again. Should look like that. And you now want to place solid blocks on top of these rails like this. And the same thing on this side. And just do it on all of the rails. Should look like this. Then go under the farm. And you want to find... It's going to be a bit tricky. Alright. But if you see this Nylium, when this one pushes, it's going to be over here. But if we put a dispenser here, it's going to be bundling dirt. And that's not good. So you want to find the dispenser that's furthest away from the pistons. Unless it's pushing out. If this is a gap, you want to place a dispenser here. If it's not a gap, like it's not for me, you want to place a dispenser right here. So grab a temporary block and a dispenser. place temporary block right here, and just face up, and just place it on the temporary block, and it should face upwards. Then grab your droppers, place them coming off this wall like this, and you gotta shift and then press another one, and it should be going into this dispenser. Now just repeat this on all floors, but as you can see here, there's a gap here, and that's why we want to put it on this block now, because when this pushes back, it's gonna be on this block, but if we put it here and it pushes back, it's gonna be on this block. So we want to place it on this block. So dispenser and droppers. Then you can grab your hoppers and place them coming out two, like this. So 2 hoppers going out of the droppers. And now just repeat the same process on the other side. So you want to find the one that is the furthest away, if it's not pushed. So this one for me, and dispenser, 2 droppers, and 2 hoppers. And then you want to do the same thing on this last floor. So it's pushed out here, so we want to place it on this block, so right here, because when this pushes back, it's gonna be on this block. But if we place it right here instead, when it pushes back, it would be on this block, but it's gonna be on the dirt block later, so it's not good. Then place 2 droppers, and make sure the one facing upwards is a dispenser, and these two going into them are droppers. Then place 2 hoppers coming out of that dropper. And now you want to place an observer and some rails, and you want to do it like this. So you want to go in the ground, place a temporary block, and it should line up with the middle dropper, so the second observer solid block row. And then you want to go down in the ground, face upwards, and press it on this block, and the face should be upwards. Place a rail on top of this observer, and now do this on this side as well. So middle, do a temporary block, go down in the ground, observer with the face upwards, rail, and just repeat this on this side. So temporary block in the ground, observer, rail, and the last side over here, temporary block, go down in the ground, observer up, rail. When you got it like that, you want to grab your note blocks and observers, and you want to place 1 observer, then a note block, and then 2 observers, and just repeat this on all the sides. So observer, note block, observer, observer. Oh, and make sure the dots are not visible. So it should be reading this one should be reading the note block, and this one should be reading this observer. So you gotta place them like this. You want to be facing the rail all the times, and then just do this on all the other sides. So observer, note block, observer, observer, and on this side as well. Observer, observer, note block, observer, observer, and make sure it's reading the rail, not the observer. So it should look like this now, but we gotta do it so it double powers, not just single powers. And to do this, you want to grab pistons, redstone blocks, and white stained glass. No, your glass, okay? Not the white stained glass, just any glass, right? And you want to grab also note blocks and observers. So you want to place them like this, with a temporary block right here. So place 2 temporary blocks coming off, break the first one, and stand right here, place an observer, and the face should be right here. And then do the same thing on this side, and the same thing on these 2 sides. Should look like this. And then choose a side and stick with that side later, but I'm gonna choose this side, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So these 2 observers should be facing each other. Place a note block in front of them. And on this side, you just want to place a note block behind this observer. The same thing on this side. Then observer reading this note block and going in like this. So an observer reading this. The arrow should look like this. So observer going into the note block, observer reading the note block, and observer reading the observer, and then an observer reading the observer going into the dropper. Then just repeat the step on this side. So observer reading the note block, and observer reading observer. And then you want to place a piston right here under this piston, and it should be 1 block out of this dispenser, so right here. Then you just want to place your glass like this, and you want to place your redstone block right here, and then 1 block before the note block, and then just continue and stop 1 block before this time, and place your piston over here, and it should be a 1 block gap. Then just do the same thing on this side. So piston, glass, redstone block, glass, and piston, and make sure there's a 1 block gap on this side. Remember which side you did this on, because it's gonna have to be the same on all sides. And yeah, make sure it's 1 block before the note block and not right here or over here. But yeah, choose a side that the pistons are touching the glass on. So then you want to grab your pistons, place them coming off of these solid blocks, and do the same thing on all 4 solid block rows like this. And if you can't reach up here, you can just build up with some temporary blocks, and then you can place your you can place 2 temporary blocks coming off of this solid block, and you can make a little bridge right here, and place observers like this, and it should look like this with the face upwards. You can break these 2 temporary blocks, and then you can continue the bridge going this way, and place 2 temporary blocks right here, and observers like this with the face upwards, and break the temporary blocks, and break all of these temporary blocks as well. Then do the same thing on this side. So you can build up a few blocks, and place 3 temporary blocks right there, and observers, break the temporary blocks, and yeah, just a row of observers with the face upwards like this. And then you can do the same thing over here. So temporary block, observer, 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 yep. And then just break all the temporary blocks. And if you go above, it should look like this with all the faces upwards. Then you want to find the side with a non-gap on it, and just place the rails on top of those observers first, and then go on to the side that you didn't place the rails on before, and place rails on this side now. Then grab your solid blocks, place them on top of the rails again. Do this on all 4 rails, so like this. And now you want to grab your dirt and your nylium, and you want to do the same pattern again. So 2 dirt, 2 nylium, 3 dirt, 2 nylium, and 2 dirt. Then outwards in both directions like this, 2 blocks, and it should look like this. And then do the same thing on this side. So 2 dirt, 2 nylium, and 3 dirt, 2 nylium, and 2 dirt, and then 2 blocks in each direction like this. And the same thing on this side, so like this. And now it should look like this. And you then want to grab your glass, place them over the pistons like this, and do the same thing on this side, so like this. And then you can go to the gap between here, and where you place the glass, that's where you want to place the glass right here, so it should look like this. And do the same thing on this side, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. And then you want to go inside the farm again, in the first layer, and you're gonna want to place your dispensers again. So grab your droppers, grab your temporary blocks, grab your dispensers, observers, note blocks, and hoppers. And then you want to find where you placed the hoppers coming out before. For me, it was right here. So I want to place temporary block, dispenser, and it should line up with this hopper. So do the same thing on this side. Temporary block, dispenser, break temporary block, and it should line up. And then you want to place your 2 droppers on both sides. And you can go outside the farm, and place your 2 hoppers coming out of those droppers. Should look like this, lining up. Then do the same thing on this side. So if I go in this side, I see the hoppers are right here. So I'm gonna place my temporary block right here so it lines up. And my 2 droppers like this. And then do the same thing on this side. So the don't do that. So the hoppers are right here. So temporary block right there, dispenser, and 2 droppers. Should line up just like that. And then you want to grab your hoppers and place 2 coming out of these droppers. After you've done that, you want to go inside the farm again on this side. And you want to place your observers and note blocks. So 1 observer, 1 note block, and 2 observers. It should line up with the middle dropper. So like that, in the middle. Do the same thing on this side. So observer, note block, observer, observer. And then just do the same thing on these 2 sides. So observer, note block, observer, observer. And observer, note block, observer, observer. Then you want to grab your temporary blocks. Place 2 temporary blocks coming off of the dropper. And break the first one. And then observer, reading the temporary block, and then break the temporary block. Then 2 temporary blocks right here. Observer. And the face should be going like this. Then do the same thing on this side. So like this, 2 temporary blocks, observer, with the face there. 2 temporary blocks, observer, face there. And it should look like this. Then you want to find which side you did it on before. So for me, the redstone block is right here. So you want to go up, find a spot, and on that spot, you want to go and place observer, reading a note block. And the same thing on this side. So observer, reading a note block. And make sure, because this is very important, that it's reading, like that is matching up and lining up with this note block and redstone block, like this. It's very important that it lines up. And if it lines up, then you're good. And then you want to place a note block coming out of that observer. Observer reading the note block, and an observer reading the observer. And then do the same thing on this side. So note block and observer reading that observer. And then you want to grab your pistons, place them under the, should be a 1 block gap between the dispenser and where the piston is. Do the same thing on this side, and just do the same thing on these sides too, so like this. And then you want to make absolutely sure that it's lining up. So the redstone block like that. You can place the redstone block on the notebook now. And then you want to place your, make sure the glass is also lining up. So this one has glass right next to it, and this one has a gap. So find the one that has glass right next to it and place glass like this. And continue after the redstone block, but leave a gap like it is down here. And do the same thing on this side. So glass, then more glass, but don't forget to leave it the gap, so it should look like that. Once you've done that, that's basically these layers done. So you want to go up to this layer, and you can place some glass like this, going over these trapdoor and hoppers. And after you've done that, you can place another layer, and you then want to place your trapdoors on the same spots you did before. So right here, here, and right there. And make sure you're standing facing this direction, because if you're standing facing like this, as you can see, if I would place a redstone torch, it's gonna be like that, but we want it to be like that. So make sure you're facing towards the farm, towards the middle when placing the trapdoors, like this, and like this, and like this. Then you can grab your solid blocks, place 1 coming at the back of each. Grab your temporary blocks, place them like this. Solid block coming off those, break the temporary blocks. And then you want to place your redstone torches right here, right there, and right here. You want to waterlog, well, actually, for your waterlog, you want to place glass right here so it doesn't break anything when the water flows out. So like this. And then you want to go to this side, do the same thing. So fill in with glass like this. And one more layer, like this. And match the trapdoors up how you did it before. So right there, and right there. Place your glass like this. And grab your solid blocks. Place them like this behind the trapdoors. Temporary blocks, solid block, break. Temporary block, just like that. And it should look like this. And then grab your redstone torches and place them like this behind each solid block, like this. All the trapdoors should be powered now, and you want to place water inside each slot, like you did on this side. Then you can grab your temporary blocks, place a row of them, and place fence gates like this. Then break all the temporary blocks, open up all the fence gates, and then you want to go down the middle here, and you want to go inside one of these farms. Well, no. Yeah, you want to go to the bottom, right? And you want to make the system that picks up all the fungus. So it's gonna be right down here. So at the floor, the same level as these bottom observers are. And it should start right here. And you want to surround it by glass, so like this. And just place glass all the way. Then place your blue ice like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And once you've done that, you can break these blocks if you're locked out. We'll just replace them later. And you want to place water right here. Get your fence gates. And you want to place a fence gate right here and open it. And fence gate right here and open it. And it should look like this. If you close it, it's gonna look like this. No block space between, and just open them. Place water on top of this fence gate, like that. And then you can simply just make the glass longer and place a fence gate right there. And this is where your fungus is gonna come out. So you can attach this to an auto sorter and stuff. But once you've done that, you want to grab your you want to grab your pistons and place them coming off these solid blocks on both sides. That, and you want to grab your glass and place it right here, and same thing on this side. And then you can simply place some temporary blocks if you can't reach all the way up, and place one temporary block right there, and just bridge out if you can't reach, and place observers like this with the face upwards. And then you can go to this side and place observers like this, and break the temporary block, and break all of these temporary blocks if you place them. And then you can grab your glass one more layer up and activate your radius like this. And the same thing on this side. So build up if you can't reach. Place some temporary blocks right here, so you can walk along. You can place a temporary block in the middle, and observers right here, so the face is upwards. And the same thing on this side, so like this. Nope. Make sure there's no arrow, it should be just a face upwards like this. And the same thing on this side, well, that one block I guess. And then you can just break all your temporary blocks, and please activate your rails on top of all the observers. This temporary block and glass right there. After you've done that, you want to go right here to one of the pistons, grab your dirt and nalium. And you want to find the side with no gap. So this side, you want to place 2 dirt, 2 nalium, 3 dirt, 3 dirt, 2 dirt, 2 nalium, 3 dirt, 2 nalium, and 2 dirt. Then 2 going off in each direction like this. And the same thing over here. And then on this side, you want to do the same thing. So find a side with no gap. 2 dirt, 2 nylon, 3 dirt, 2 nylon, 2 dirt. Then do both sides, do 2 blocks. So like this. And once you've done this, it should look like this. And you now want to go inside the farm. Find your way in. Just, yeah. And you want to grab your droppers, dispensers, and hoppers. And then you want to find the place you placed the hoppers before so it lines up. For me, it's right here. So I want to place a temporary block right here. Dispenser going upwards into the nylon. And make it line up on this side too. So temporary block, dispenser. And then 2 droppers like this. Going into this goes into this dropper, and this goes into this dispenser, and same thing on this side. And then you can go out of the farm and place 2 hoppers like this. And then you just want to do the same thing on this side. So make it line up. Place a temporary block, dispenser, 2 droppers. And the same thing on this side. So make it line up. Temporary block, dispenser, and 2 droppers. Go outside the farm. Place 2 hoppers. And it should line up. All of them should be perfectly lined up on both sides, like it is for me. And then you want to place your temporary blocks right here on one side. Grab your fence gates and break the temporary blocks. And then open all the fence gates. And you then want to place your 2 glass blocks like this. Like 2 layers up, like I'm doing. And the same thing on this side, so 2 layers up. And just keep going like this until you have reached the end. And once you do that, you want to grab your solid blocks, your redstone torches, iron trapdoors, water buckets, temporary blocks, and glass. And you want to make it line up with the other iron trapdoors. So right here, here, and right here. And the same thing on this side. So there, there, and there. And make sure you're facing towards the middle when placing them. And then you can place your glass like this on both sides. And you then want to place your solid block behind the iron trapdoors. And you want to place a temporary block, solid blocks, break the temporary blocks. Same thing on this side. Temporary block, solid block should look like that. Then redstone torch. So solid block, temporary block, solid block, redstone torch, solid block, temporary block, solid block, redstone torch. And then place your redstone torches on this side, like this. All trapdoors should be open now, so they should be like a wall. Place your water inside each slot, and do the same thing on this side. This, grab your glass, place it 2 blocks over the pistons. Don't break any dirt like I did. So yeah, just place it like this. Same thing on this side, and then just do the same thing on these 2 sides, like this and like this. Once you've done that, you want to go inside the farm to the middle layer and grab your observers, your redstone blocks, your note blocks, your glass, your is there anything else? Now temporary blocks, and yeah. And you want to place an observer in the middle, lining up with the middle dropper. Observer, note block, observer, observer. And you want to place on this side the same thing, observer, note block, observer, observer. And then just do the same thing on these 2 sides. So observer, note block, observer, 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 note block, observer, observer. Then you want to place 2 temporary blocks on both sides. Break the first one. Observer right there and observer right there. Face going towards the middle. Same thing on this side, like this. And faces should go going towards the middle. And once again, you want to find the side that you placed the redstone block on earlier. So for me, the redstone block is on this block right here. So on this block, actually you want to find where the note block is. Okay, for me the note block is on this block, so the note block's gonna have to be on this block for me. So note block and observer and note block, and make sure that this one is lining up with this one, and same thing on the other side. And you want to place an observer behind this observer, note block behind the observer, observer reading that and observer reading that, and same thing on this side. So note block, observer, observer, and you want to find where the redstone block is, and it's right here for me. So I want to find, I want to place a temporary block right here, redstone block on top, and same thing on this side. So line it up, temporary block, redstone block. And then I want to find this side with no gap. So this has no gap. So I want to place my pistons right here with a one block space. So it lines up with the redstone block. And I want to place glass until it reaches the redstone block. And on this side, I want to place the glass but leave a one block space like it is below here for me. And do the same thing on this side. So piston, glass, and glass, and leave a one block space. Once you've done that, you want to go outside here, and you want to go up here, grab your solid blocks, place them like this on top of all the rails. Same thing on this side, and grab your pistons, place them like this on all sides. And you want to go here. You can bridge up with some temporary blocks if you can't reach up here. And you just want to place a temporary block right here in the middle. So you can place your observers like this. Just place them like this. And you want to place on both sides. And make sure the faces are facing upwards, otherwise it's not going to work. And you can break all the temporary blocks like so. And do the same thing on this side. So temporary blocks, and just continue with a kind of way with temporary blocks. And then in the middle, you can place two temporary blocks and observers like this, with the faces upwards. And the same thing on this side, like, make sure there's no arrows, just faces upwards. And you want to break the temporary blocks. And then you can grab your glass and place the three blocks in the middle, going up to the observers, like you've done before. And find the side with a gap, or it doesn't really matter which side, just place rails. And do the same thing on this side. And it should be rails on top of all the observers, and it should look like this. Then you want to grab your dirt and nalium, and you want to find the side with no gap. So this side for me, and 2 dirt, 2 nalium, 3 dirt, 2 nalium, 2 dirt. Then 2 dirt blocks to each side, like this. And same thing on this side. And you then want to do it on this side as well. So 2 dirt, 2 nalium, 3 dirt, 2 nalium, 2 dirt, and 2 blocks in each direction. You then want to grab your glass, place it like this. Nope, don't place it between the dirt and pistons, but yeah, like that. And the same thing on this side, so 2 glass like this, and like this. Then you want to go inside the farm again, and you want to place your droppers and dispensers and hoppers. Make it line up. So for me, the hoppers are right here, so I'm going to place a temporary block, dispenser, break the temporary block. And for me, it's right here, so dispensers, temporary block, yeah, and 2 droppers, and 2 droppers. Then you can do the same thing on this side. So for me, it's right here, so I line it up, and I place 2 dispensers, 2 droppers, and on this side, it's right there, so I line it up and place 2 dispensers and 2 droppers. And then you want to go aside, place 2 hoppers, and you want to place 2 hoppers. And once you've done that, you want to go inside the farm again. Be ready. Oh, yep, go to this layer again. build it with your note blocks, observers, temporary blocks, glass, redstone blocks, pistons, and yeah, that's it. And you want to place them like this. So observer, note block, observer, observer. Same thing on this side. Observer, note block, observer, observer. But nope, observer, observer, not note block. Should look like that. And do the same thing on these two sides. So observer, note block, observer, observer. And observer, note block, observer, observer. And you then want to place two temporary blocks like this. Break the first ones. Observer, observer. Break the middle ones. And same thing on this side. So temporary blocks. Observer, observer. Break the middle blocks. And find where it lines up. So for me, it's right here. The note block is on the same block as the redstone block. Doesn't really matter. Just find where the note block is. And you want to go to that side as well. And place note block and observer and note block. And then you'll place a note block behind here. Server reading that. And then observer right there. Then on this side, the same thing. So note block, observer, observer. Should look like this. Then you can place redstone blocks on these note blocks. You want to find the side with no gap. So for me, it's this side. I go up. Place two pistons on each side with a 1 block gap between the piston and observer. Place glass until you reach a redstone block. Place more glass. And leave a 1 block gap between this piston and this glass. So do the same thing on this side. So just place glass and leave a 1 block gap. And then you are almost done with the fungus farm itself. But you now want to place more glass, filling in these layers like this. And then do the same thing on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you see these blocks. So you want to grab your trapdoors, water buckets, glass, solid blocks, redstone torches, temporary blocks, and you want to find where you placed the trapdoors before. So right here for me, right here for me, and right here. Wait, I actually did it wrong. You don't want to place it on top. You want to break, because you want to place it inside this kind of cupboard. So yeah, it should be like this, and it should line up with the ones you placed before, and make sure you're facing towards the middle when placing them. And do the same thing on this side. So break, break, and break. Place two iron trapdoors and one right here. Place a solid block, temporary block, solid block, break, and redstone torch. Solid block, temporary block, solid block, break, torch. Solid block, temporary block, solid block, break, redstone torch. And then just do the same thing on this side. So solid block, temporary block, break, redstone torch. Just like this. And this is the final one. And this was your final layer. But if you want to, you can keep extending it like I did. It's the same pattern every time. Just keep going up if you want to, but I'm only gonna do 4 layers. And I don't recommend doing any more than 4 though, because the bone is gonna take very long to reach the top then. But yeah, so once you've done this, you want to place your temporary blocks like this. And fence gates coming off those like this. You want to break all the temporary blocks, then open all the fence gates. And you then want to place water buckets inside each of these slots with the iron trapdoors. And it should be like this. It should now look like this, and from the side it should be like this, and from the other side it should be like this. Now you want to place some temporary blocks right here. Then place 2 temporary blocks. Oh, actually, this solid block right there. 2 temporary blocks. Break the first one. Observer. You can break the temporary block. Do the same thing on this side. So solid block, 2 temporary blocks. break this temporary block server. Nope. Make sure the face is going upwards, so like that. Should look like that on both sides now. And now you kind of want to fill in the roof. So you want to go like this, right? And I'm just gonna fill all the blocks in until we have a roof above the fungus farm. So like this. And once you fill all those blocks in, you want to make another layer that covers the rails as well. So like this. Yes, I know it's a lot of glass, but the farm is gonna make 1.7 million fungus per hour, so trust me, it's gonna be worth it, okay? So just, yep, fill in all the glass like this. And once you fill in all those blocks, it should look like this. And there should be a 3-layer glass from the dirt. And now we want to make the system that is gonna release all the water. And it's gonna be something like this. So glass blocks under these solid blocks just going along. And you want to just do this on this side as well. So under all the way to the side, and just keep going like this. And you don't have to make it any further than this block on one side. And you then want to grab your repeaters, place them like this, going into each block. And you're gonna have to place a solid block right here, because there's gonna be a water stream right here. And you want to place a solid block right here. And I realize now that you're not supposed to place the hoppers 2 blocks out. I don't know why I did that. So just break the outer layer of all the hoppers. Sorry. Yeah, just break all the outer layers so it's not coming out of the farm. It's very useful having it like that, because then you can easily see where it matches up. But yeah, just break all the outer hoppers. Should only be 1 hopper going into the dropper, not 2. And if you have any glass blocks, now please just place them. Sorry for that mistake. That is my bad, but it's not that big of a mistake. Just break all the outer hoppers. But you're gonna have to place a solid block right here, even though there's no torch, because there's gonna be a water stream with bone meal flowing up right here. And if there's not a block right here, it's gonna be flowing out, of course. So you just wanna go like this, and over here it's also gonna be a solid block. And yeah, just repeaters. And there's gonna be a 1 block space somewhere. So there you just want to place a dust like I am. Cause yeah. Then you want to do the same thing on this side. So repeater, solid block with the hoppers, and over here too. Then repeater, and it's gonna be a dust here, and a repeater, repeater, and repeater. Should look like that. And you simply just want to repeat the step on all layers. So I'm just gonna fill out the platform again on all the layers. And once you've done that, you want to repeat the same step on all the layers. So oh, actually on the side with the hoppers, you just want to make a kind of tunnel going up. Should be like this. And you want to do it on this side as well. So glass, solid glass, yeah, just like that. So you then want to grab your repeaters, Place them like this: dust, repeater, 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 and over here, repeater, repeater, dust, repeater, 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 and make sure they're all going in one direction, not just changing directions like this or like this. Just they're all supposed to go like in one direction. And final layer, yeah, this, no big deal. And once you've done this on one side, you obviously want to do it on this side as well. So, you know, just last block under here, all layers, and on this side as well. Once you've done that, you want to do the same thing again. So solid block where all the hoppers are, and where there's space between, you want to place glass blocks like this. I know it's kind of boring, but yeah. And then place a repeater, repeater, dust, repeater, repeater, and repeater. Same thing on all these levels, so just like this. And now you're done with that. But now you might want to break these outer two glass blocks on this side as well. And you then want to make a kind of staircase. It's gonna look like this. So solid block, there's some dust, and there's some solid block there, solid block there, there, and then just gonna continue all the way up, kind of. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. Just nothing changing anywhere. Just keeps going like this pretty much. But make sure you're using solid blocks, not glass. Glass isn't gonna work. And yeah, just continue this up, I guess. But actually, don't do anything after you reach the top repeater, because that's gonna be a bit complicated later. But yeah, just keep going with your little staircase. Just like this. Very simple. Yeah, just keep going. And now that you've done that on both sides, you want to do a thing in the middle, where you grab your rails, glass block, sticky pistons, servers, glass blocks, comparators, repeaters, lever, yeah, and then you want to place a sort of thing here. You want to break these 3 blocks in a row in the middle here, like this, all the way to the end. And you want to place in sticky piston, server, and sticky piston, observer, and make sure you're changing sides. So sticky piston going into an observer, like it pushes the observer, and the face should be the opposite of where the piston is, and then just keep going like this until you have used up all your 8 sticky pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally 8. Once you got 8 sticky pistons placed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you want to make the final block a glass block. And once you've done that, you want to make a temporary clock. You're gonna break this later, but make a temporary clock. So comparator, lever, repeater, yeah, just like this. Set the repeaters, whatever. Doesn't really matter. We're just gonna do this temporarily, and you want to power this piston until it's fully extended, because it's gonna extend a bit. As you can see, it's just extending right now. Just let it do its thing, and you'll know it's fully extended when this glass block reaches pretty much the farthest it can. Because, like, you know, this can be here, this can be here, this can be here, this can be here. Yeah, all the sticky pistons are pretty much pushed to their maximum right now. Nothing's gonna be pushed further. And so this glass block, if this piston was powered, it would push the glass block right here, as you can see. You want to make this a note block on top of this glass block, an observer right there, and an observer right there, reading the note block on both sides. And then where there's space, don't place an observer glass block right here or right here, because it's gonna need a space. But under this observer and under this observer you can place, and on this row you can just place just like that. It don't matter if they're powering, and now you can break the clock. You don't need it anymore, but pick up the resources from that because you're gonna need them later. And right here as well you can place blocks. And then you want to place a track of glass above all these sticky pistons, this. And you want to grab your activity rules and place them like this, going on top and top of the note block and down here. Should be like that. And once you've done it like that, you want to place a repeater set to 4 ticks coming out of this observer, and same on this side. And then you want to place some blocks right here. Just make a little platform. We have a lot of space, and you want to find once, doesn't really matter, just right there, kind of in the middle. Just choose one of the 2 blocks or in the middle, doesn't really matter. And you want to place a dust going into this block, and from each side you want to place a repeater. One should be 1 tick and the other one should be pressed 2 times. So one should just be placed, the other one should be pressed 2 times after being placed. But it does matter which one you press 2 times after placing it. So you want to go down and you want to check where you place your note blocks. And the side that is set to 1 tick repeater is supposed to be the side that, it's kind of hard to explain, but if the redstone block is on the note block, then it's so hard to explain, but just make the pistons. Oh, I just realized I forgot to place some glass here. Just if there's no glass and somewhere, just place it like it's supposed to be, like that. But yeah, I just want to make sure I did it on all layers. Yeah, so if there's no, why is this one pushed? Oh, because the space is there. Wait, what? Goofy, bro. Yeah, actually you gotta make sure they're all lined up. So this one's not lined up for me, so yeah, just make sure all redstone blocks are lined up like that, and make sure the spaces are on the same block, so like this for me. But yeah, if the redstone block is on the note block, you want to power the side so it pushes away from that, because you don't want it like that. And once you got it, so it's not on the note block, you want to see the side that has so like when it's not on the note block, you want to find the side that has no gap between the pistons, and like, yeah, just go up to the top, and the side with no gap for me is this side. So I want to put this side to 1 tick, and I want to put this side to 3 ticks. Alright, so you want to make it so that the sticky pistons are right there. So if the sticky pistons are on this side, you want to make this platform on the other side. I'm so sorry I messed this up, but it's just glass. Okay, chill out, bro. And yeah, you just want to place 3 glass coming off on this side that the sticky pistons are not on. So the sticky pistons are on this side. Yeah, just do it like this. And once you've done that, you want to place a dust going into this block. Just like that. And a comparator right around here. Solid block right there. Lever there. Flick the lever. Flick the comparator. 2 repeaters like that. Flick each repeater 1 time. And just hook this up. Farm should start working. But as you can see, our pistons are not pushing yet. That's completely normal. To make them push, you simply just want to wire your redstone on top of this block down here. And actually, you want to place this make this a solid block like that, right? And down there. And it's almost running out of signal, so I'm gonna place a repeater. Should look like this. I'm sorry, it's kind of confusing, but yeah, make it look like that. Run the repeater, going this block, which is a solid block, and then this. Make sure it's the first stick piston it's going into. Yeah, just make it like this. If you find any simpler wiring, you can do like that. I just did this because it's for the tutorial. I wanted to go fast, but this works just fine. And as you can see, when the final piston gets pushed, it's gonna power this, and it's gonna change because there's a glass block under the notebook. So when the glass block gets pulled, this observer is gonna read that. Let me just turn off the font. It's annoying. Yeah, the observers are gonna read that, and you're gonna send a signal. So you want to make this go into a sort of system where you have two comparators going like this. So like this, and dust right there. Dust right there. Should look like that. And then you can simply just wire this. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeater. You don't have to flick anything. And you want to do this exact same thing on this side. So like this. Two comparators. And just like that. Make sure the comparators are not flicked or anything. Just like this. And you want to place, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeater. And it should line up with that one. So it should look like this right now. And now is where you want to count these dust. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Again, I think I counted a bit wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which means I can place another dust right there. And I'll place the repeater right. Put the repeater right there. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh wait, that works actually. That works. Yeah, so you wanna place a repeater like this. So you just got this layout, right? You wanna place a solid block right there. Solid block right there. And block right there. Repeater. Dust. Should go like that. And you can simply just wire this going up to the top like this, and just connect this to this repeater. And now you just want to do the same thing on this side. So you're gonna go up like this, and then we're gonna go up like this. Should look like that. And just wire this into this repeater. And once you've done that, you're almost done with the farm, but we're gonna have to do the autocrafters first. So you wanna grab your autocrafters, and you're gonna leaves, stairs, water buckets, note blocks, servers, solid blocks, kelp, and you're gonna have to grab some more stuff later, but that's for now. But you wanna find these hoppers. Actually, before you place the autocrafter, you want to do the hopper minecart thing. So you want to break these 2 blocks. And you want to place rail, sand, hopper minecart, and break the rail. And you want to place your glass block on top of that again, and just continue this pattern on all of these hoppers. So like that. Just, yeah, it's not that hard. Just keep going like this and you'll be fine. So that's one. Now let's do it on this side as well. So break sand, hopper minecart, break glass, and just going like this. And once you've done this on this side, you can go over to the other side over here and do the exact same thing. Nothing changed. Just keep going like that. So hopper, minecart, sand, rail, right, like this. And the last side over here. And once you got it like that, we can now make the Autocrafter. So grab your crafters and water buckets, and you wanna go down here, and you wanna find this block, not this block, but the block above that. So one block above the solid block, like this. Should be like that. So from this hopper, 1, 2, 3, 4, then crafter. So then you want to grab your soul sand and your packed ice. You want to place soul sand right there and a packed ice right there and there. And actually, now that I think about it, you're supposed to place the crafter over here. So you want to place the crafter right there, not over here. That was my mistake. Yeah, you want to place the crafter right here on this side. So it's the same thing, just a few blocks to the left. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 ice. And you want to place a glass surrounding this ice, like this. And you want to place a water right here. Grab your fence gates. Fence gate right there. What am I doing? What? Yeah, open the fence gate. Should look like this. Don't forget your glass right there. And then you can simply just build this up like a tunnel. Like this. Just keep going like this until you're at the top. And at the top, you want to place your sand right here. 2 block distance between this sand. Grab your cactus. Cactus right there. Going up a few blocks. And right here, you want to place a stair. Blocks next to it. And if you can't place the cactus, that might be because there's a block next to it. So make sure there's not a block here. It's not a block here. It's not a block here. Or it's not a block here. Because then you won't be able to place the cactus. So yeah, place the cactus right there. And waterlog the stair. And go down to the bottom. Grab your kelp. And place kelp all the way to the top. Like this. And if there is no glass block right here, it's gonna break your torch. If it did break your torch, replace the torch immediately because it's gonna ruin the water. And then you just want to go back to the top and you want to break the kelp like that. Should all come flowing up to the top again, but yeah. Grab your iron trapdoors and you want to place them like, actually no, you want to grab your glass and just place it on top like this. Once you've got it like that, you want to go down to the Autocrafter again. You want to place some blocks right here. And grab your stair, place it right there. And grab your leaf, place it right here. Then grab your fence gate, place it right there. And open it. Right, and place your, wait, what? Wait, let me just, okay, never mind. Yeah, and then place your water bucket in the leaf and in the stair. And I just forgot to place a glass block right here. Make sure there's glass blocks next to the stair, because otherwise it's gonna flow out. And now I broke my repeater. I'm just gonna place the repeater back right like that. Select all slots in the crafter except for one. Grab your hoppers, and these are the ones you want to place 2 blocks out, not the ones inside there. I mixed that up. But yeah, once you've done that on one side, that side is done. So you want to go to this side now. You're gonna place your soul sand right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 ice. Glass like this. Yep. And glass right there. Place your water bucket right here. with a fence gate right there. Glass block on top of the fence gate. And just continue this kind of all the way up to the top. Big glass tunnel. And at the top, you want to place the sand right there. And a cactus right here. And go up a few blocks more with the glass. Stair right here. Make sure there's blocks next to the stair. Oh, I just broke the cactus using a block, but just place it like that. Waterlog the stair. Grab your kelp. Go down to the bottom. And grab your kelp all the way up. Go down to the bottom again. Break the kelp. And then you want to place your glass blocks like this above the cactus and stuff. And do the same thing on these two sides now. So like this. Soul sand. 1, 2, 3, 4 ice. And going out. Covering everything. Glass right there. Water bucket. Fence gate. Make a sort of tunnel going up. Like this. Yeah, just go up with all the glass blocks to the top. Once at the top, grab your sand, place it right there. Cactus on top of it. Glass blocks there. Stair. Glass blocks next to the stair. Waterlog is there. Go and grab your kelp. Go down to the bottom. Place kelp all the way up to the top. And break these blocks. Oh, the kelp, yeah, whatever. Then place your glass blocks. Oh, yeah, don't place the glass block there, it's gonna break your cactus. Just place it like that, over the cactus. Make sure everything's over the cactus, otherwise the cactus is gonna grow and break, so don't do that. And you wanna grab your soul sand. 1, 2, 3, 4 ice. And yeah, go this. Cover it with glass, and glass right there. Water bucket, fence gate, and just continue all the way up with your glass like a tunnel. You've done this before, you know how it's done. Just go up and grab your sand, place it right there. Cactus on top, glass blocks right there, there and there. Stair, that waterlog is there. Go down to the bottom with your kelp. And you want to place your kelp going all the way up to the top. Go down to the bottom again. Break all the kelp. Go up to the top. Place glass blocks like this. And once you've done that, I think we did not make the crafter on this side. We only did it on that side. So yeah, we're going to do the crafters now. So in here, you want to place your crafter right here. You want to place a stair on top of this repeater. That and glass block right here. And leaf right there. Place a fence gate right here. Open it. Glass block right here. Waterlog this. Wait, actually, before you waterlog the stair, place a glass block right there. And waterlog the stair. Waterlog the leaf. And do the same thing over on this side. So, crafter goes here. Glass blocks right there. Stair there. Leaf there. Glass blocks next to the stair. Fence gate right there. Open it. Water there. Water there. And then you want to go in the crafter. Select all slots except for one. And on this side, the same thing. So I can get in. Yeah, crafter right there. Glass block there and there. There, right there. Leaf right there. Fence gate right there. Water, water. And go over on this side. Go in the crafter. Select all slots except for one. On this side as well. Select all slots except for one. Make sure it's like that on all the crafters. So on all my crafters, all slots are selected except for one. And once you've done that, you want to grab your hoppers. Two, actually. And you're going to have to break this block. The repeater's going to drop completely fine. Just place 2 hoppers. And just place the repeater back on top of the hopper. It doesn't matter. And same thing on this side. The repeater's going to break. Just place it back. This side you're not gonna have that issue, and neither on this side, but you already placed the hopper right here. So then you want to grab your chests, and you want to go out like this with the chests and hoppers. Just go up all the way to the top, following this pattern. And once you make it to the top, you want to place 2 hoppers on top of these blocks. So right there. Ooh. And do the same thing on all other autocrafters, just like this. And on this side as well. So yeah, just yep. And then on the last one, just like this. And oh, I placed one too many chests. Yep. All the hoppers should be on the same level. And once you've done that, go in all the autocrafters, check there's no trash in them. If you broke any hoppers, there might be trash. Look, in this one, just redstone repeater. You don't want that because it's gonna stop your flow. So check all the crafters before putting your bones in. Yeah, mine are clear, so yeah. And once you've done that, you want to make the powering system. So grab your observers, note blocks, and solid blocks. And you want to break these blocks. Place an observer, no, solid block, 2 observers, solid block. And then just do the same thing on all sides. So break these blocks, observer, solid block, observer, observer, solid block. And just keep going. So you don't want to break the dust. Be careful with that. And wait, what? Wait, let me go inside here with spectator. And wait. Yeah, on this side you might have to place the solid block. Wait, let me think. You're fine with doing it like that. And on this side you just want to do it like you did before, so like that. Wonder though, why is the dust? I mean, this is fine because it's gonna be too fast to pick it up, but okay. Okay. Wait, so how would that be? Oh, right. Wait, you're not supposed to place the observers right there. You're supposed to place them in here. So, oh, shoot. Yeah, you wanna go... Yo, can I just do this? Yeah, you wanna break these 2 blocks. These 2 observers. And solid block right here next to the crafter. If I can get out of here. Yeah, solid block right there. Alright, chat. Do like that. Sorry if I did it wrong before. It's not supposed to be reading this last one. It's supposed to be reading this inside one. I just... Okay. Don't break the top block. Yeah, you wanna... Somehow... It's kind of complicated, sorry, but... Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Gonna make 1.7 million fungus per hour. So... Yo, can I stop going like that? Yeah, observer there. Another observer, and go out. And... Yo, I just wanted survival, bro. Alright. So, solid block right there. And on this side as well, I messed it up. Why did I mess it up? I don't know why, because I'm stupid. But, yeah. Just want to place it like this, and solid block right there. And on this side, if I have not already done it, I have done it at all on this side. So, yeah, just gonna go here. I'm gonna go inside of here. Gonna break this block. Server. Solid block right there. Break these blocks. Server, solid block. Glass. And now it should look like this on all of them. Gonna make sure it's like that on all. Yes, it is. And just check for junk in all the crafters again, because if there's junk, it's not gonna be able to craft. It means it's gonna not craft any bone meal, and you're not gonna make any money. So make sure there's no trash in the crafters. For me, there isn't, so we're fine. And now if you start this farm by flicking the lever, it's gonna turn on. And once every 30 seconds, the water is going to deploy. And yeah, as you can see, the water just deployed. And yeah. So you got it like this, right? As you can see, if you just now put some bones, you got some bones, put them in the farm like this. This crafter is gonna craft some bone meal. Going in the farm. The fungus goes right there, and it's gonna flush out sometimes the water stream. And if you have an issue with fungus getting stuck on these 2 blocks, you can just place glass right there. It's optional. It's just if you're having problems with it. And why the heck is there? Okay, that just looks weird. Yeah, so fungus is gonna come out right here. You wanna put bones in all the farms. And yeah. When all of these have bone meal in them, like when all dispensers have bone meal in them, it's gonna make 1.7 million fungus per hour. And as you can see, if you go in the farm, this observer should not be powering like boom, 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 boom. It should be like mine, just dun, 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 because otherwise you're gonna burn out on donuts. So make sure it's just like slow on all of them. Yeah, it's making a ton of fungus with only 1 layer active, as you can see. If I just clear my inventory, go here, look, we've got this much fungus. With only 1 layer active, that's 1 out of 16. It's gonna make so much more. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to make an auto sorter with a shulker loader, I'm gonna make a tutorial on that soon. Just check my channel, maybe it's gonna be out. And yeah, if you want to make a bone water stream, just grab some ice, whatever. This is going over these hoppers. Just make a loop around and just drop your bones. It's gonna go in the yeah, you get it. And if you want to stop the farm, flick this lever. Start the farm again. And yeah, if you're having any issues with the farm, join my Discord. It's gonna be linked down in the description. We help people with farms over there. And thank you all so much for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.